This would be a nice little mini goal to set. Would be 1, to get that record over 500, and 2, to get that ERA under 5. And he'll have a tough test.
Lined into the glove of a leaping David Wright for the first out of the game. Spectacular play by Wright, 1 out. Diaz hits one in the air down the right field line, and Frank Core has enough room. 2 out. Here's Chipper with 2 out and nobody on. Hits it sharply right at Anderson. Hernandez takes his time. Side retired. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Hudson's been great since coming back. You see that ERA. They say he still has the stuff that he had early last season. 9-5 in 15 starts against the Mets.
Right down the third where Chipper Jones was playing in. And he throws out Pagan 1 away. Again, the 3-2 from Hudson. Line to center, and McLaughlin the perfect spot to grab it. 2 out.
Well, there you go.
Line, base hit. Elbow pad works. Right has a 2-out single. Ed Hearn and Rick Anderson, right?
That's right.
Bounce to the right side toward the hole. Smothered nicely by Kelly Johnson, but the throw too late. To the right side, much easier play for Kelly Johnson, and the inning is over. 2 hits and 2 left. 3-2 from Pelfrey, and he strikes him out with a fastball. 0-2 to Anderson. Hit toward the hole, a base hit. So Anderson now just 9 shy of 2,500, has the first hit of the night for Atlanta. Anderson runs, pitches outside and low ball 4, and there are 2 men on.
Sports psychologist, they'll be able to work through this.
Down the left field line, slicing toward the corner, and that's a fair ball bouncing up against the wall. Anderson is in. Escobar stops at third. LaRoche with an RBI double, and the Braves lead 1-0. LaRoche now 5 for 5 against Pelfrey, and he has his 78th run batted into the year.
Pitch from the windup.
Line to left field. That'll get a run in. Tagging at third, Escobar. Pagan's throw will go to third. Sacrifice fly for Kelly Johnson makes it 2-0 Atlanta. Slow ground ball. Wright trying to cut it off, but he bobbles it and can't make a play. And runners are safe at first and third. 1-2. Hit up the middle, base hit. That'll bring home another run. LaRoche trots in to score, and it's 3-0 Atlanta. So McLeod behind in the count, rifles one up the middle, drives in his 67th run of the year, and the Braves have a 3 spot in the second inning.
When you get in tense situations, when you're struggling, as Pelf has, you squeeze the baseball.
Slow ground ball from Diaz. Hernandez will go to first with it. That retires the side. But they've got a whole year to figure that out. Frank Core strikes out for the first out of the inning, hitting .385 over the last 8 games. Down to third base for Chipper Jones. And Snyder retired 2 away. Hernandez out to left where Anderson is stationed. Side retired.
I'd like to see that come off the mound more.
Chipper drives one to right. Frank Core retreating to make the grab. So Chipper, after being
you run for a couple of reasons. You run long distance for a couple of reasons, although they don't do as much now as McCann lines the base hit to center field. I always used to think running was one of the great things about being a starting pitcher.
Who had a base hit his first time up. And he hits this rocket deep to right field. Frank Core back near the wall, and it's in play. McCann to third, Anderson on at first, and I'm not sure exactly where that ball hit. Struck him out. 2-0 to LaRoche. Breaking ball hit down to first, off the glove of Murphy and trickling into the outfield. McCann scores, Anderson to third. Murphy unable to come up with that one on the backhand, and it's 4-0 Atlanta.
You guys, the highest compliment. He said you're the best staff he ever handled or never caught, and he pitched. But the other 2 outfielders in shallow.
How about that? Hudson walks Pelfrey on 4 pitches.
You're in trouble.
Hit hard, base hit for Pagan. Pelfrey will turn second and head for third. Pelfrey turning it on. Slap to the right side and through. That'll bring home Pelfrey with the Mets' first run. Pagan easily will go to third. Luis Castillo with an RBI single, and it's 4-1 Atlanta. Castillo runs. McCann makes the throw, and Castillo is safe. 0-1 to right. toward the middle of the diamond. Short hop by Johnson. The runners have to hold with that ball hanging up in the air, and that's the first out of the inning. Fastball, strike 3 call.
Fastball in with movement.
Caught him on the inside corner for his second strikeout of the night. So now Murphy, and he rolls one out to Kelly Johnson. So an inning that began very promisingly for the Mets ends with only 1 run scoring. Gangrene with new weekly contributor Jet safety Kerry Rhodes in the wheelhouse weekdays at 5:30 only on SNY. Jeff Francoeur catches the foul fly by Tim Hudson.
But you know what? Next year he can come back.
I guess that's the question as he gets McLeod with the curveball.
And has had a baby, and there's a lot of things that happen. But the whole thing, as Diaz hits a base hit to right field, good pitch, bad result for Pelfrey on that ground ball,
which would necessitate you going out and finding a second and third start to right field, and that'll be caught by Francoeur, somebody who knew you when you had success can counsel you as Francoeur shoots one up the middle, and Jeff finally has his first hit of this series, a leadoff single for the Mets in the 4th. Pulled toward the hole, and he's got a base hit. So Francoeur and Schneider each going after the first pitch, and the Mets broken bat off the hand of Hudson, redirected to Johnson, who has no play, and the bases are loaded. And Pelfrey down swinging. To the right side, Johnson can't make a clean play, and a run comes in. Francoeur scores, and now it's 4-2 Atlanta.
Well, can't say it's routine, but that's an easy hop.
1-1. Double play ball right at Johnson. Slow flip. Escobar's turn in time for the double play. Curveball struck him out. Start per year catcher.
Well, I look at it this way. He's very athletic behind there as the walk to Garrett Anderson.
Anderson runs, and Escobar tops one back to Pelfrey. Gets the second out as Anderson moves to second.
He did.
Great falls in the Dodgers organization. Oh, right back to Pelfrey. And the side retired. He's on with a walk. And so the Mets get the leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning against Hudson. Beltran pulls one through that hole, which has been very kind to the Mets tonight. And so the tying runs are aboard with nobody out.
Glad I didn't know that.
That get you thrown out?
No.
Back to Hudson. Out at second. Out at first. 1-6-3 double play. Giants revealing they were stealing signs at 51 50 years later. Francoeur grinding one to the right side. 3-1 put out ends the inning, and another inning that began promisingly for the Mets ends. Pelfrey over 100 pitches as he works in the 6th. And Johnson takes strike 3 call. Fastball on the inside corner. 5 strikeouts now for Pelfrey, is getting better as this game goes along. All right, thank you very much. And Hudson lines a base hit into center. So Tim Hudson is aboard with a 1-out single. Each team now with 8 hits. And McLeod loops one. Castillo retreating to grab it. And Hudson goes back to first. 2 away. Toward the middle. Tough hop for Hernandez, and it goes right by him and into center field. And there's ball 4, and Chipper's aboard to load the bases for McCann. Ahead on McCann, 1-2. And he pops it up. Nicely done by Pelfrey. Pagan standing under it. And the side retired.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Up the middle, and the Mets get the leadoff man on again. That's 4 straight innings now against Hudson. Schneider's second hit of the night.
A whole bunch of them on the lamppost leading into the ballpark, so it's kind of a nice little touch. As Anderson Hernandez, double play ball looking like it. On to second for 1. Johnson scooped out. Another double play that Tim Hudson induces.
Guys of all time.
Well, one of the great early starts of the Mets. Oh! Diving stop by LaRoche. And does Hudson get there? He does. As Jeremy Reed is a pinch hitter. Gets robbed by LaRoche to end the inning.
That he should try to use against the lefties occasionally.
Garrett Anderson pops one up. Castillo with the angle. Murphy says, I'll take it. 1 away. Murphy wants to catch everything. And he walked him. So a 1-out walk.
He went through the whole process of rehabbing, and then they decided to go with Tommy Hanson.
Line down the line, past Murphy, a base hit off the sidewall. Racing for third is Escobar. Stopping at first is LaRoche, as Francoeur airs it out to third base. But the Braves have first and third and 1 out. Arguably the best year of his career. Hit hard off the foot of Takahashi, rolling into shallow left. A run comes in. It's a base hit for Kelly Johnson, and it's 5-2 Atlanta.
Was that off his glove?
I thought it was off his foot, Keith.
Runners go, 3-2, popped up. Runners are going to have to hustle back. Infield fly rule called, and that's the second out. Strike 3 call. And Pagan cracks one in left center for a base hit. That'll go all the way to the wall. Pagan heads for second as McLeod digs it out, and Angel takes the turn and holds with a leadoff double.
To a left-hander.
Castillo hits one to center field. McLeod back a couple of strides. Pagan tagging, but he's going nowhere. And that's the first out of the inning. Slowly hit. Infante. 2 out. Again the 3-2. And he walked him. And so Murphy will come up as the tying run. 2 out, 2 on, 2-2 to Murphy. Struck him out. Slider from O'Flaherty gets Murphy to end the inning.
I am.
Slowly hit to the left side. Hernandez on the backhand, and the perfect throw gets Diaz one away. Fausto Carmona, like Travis Hafner, who've not performed the way they expected the last 2 years. Castillo throws out Norton for the second out. 2-2 to McCann. Breaking ball struck him out. Gonzalez rocking and rolling. And Francoeur drives one to the gap in left center. Extra base hit for Jeff as McLeod plays the carom. Well, and he struck him out. So Gonzalez fans Tatis. That's the first out of the inning. Sheffield pops one a mile high right at home plate. And McCann's got it. 2 out. Struck him out. Gonzalez with his second strikeout of the inning. Marshall set the all-time record, appearing in 106 games for the Dodgers back in '74. Anderson down swinging, so Parnell strikes out the first man to face him. Parnell snags it, and Escobar retired 2 away. And keeps the Dodgers magic number at 7 for clinching the NL West. Struck him out. Parnell with a solid inning. And he takes inside ball 4, and so the Mets get the leadoff man on in the last of the night.
Too close. They want to back up around 5 feet.
Line into left center. McLeod moving over to grab it for the first out of the inning. Pagan back to first, 1 away.
Oh, God.
Soriano ahead 1-2. And Wright takes strike 3 call. So David down looking for the second out, and the Mets are down to their final out of the night. Pagan takes off. Defensive indifference moves him to second. And Beltran lifts one to left center. That should end the ball game. Reed Gorecki puts it away, and the Braves have beaten the Mets for the 8th consecutive time as they sweep this 3-game series and keep their slim wild card hopes alive. And the Mets their 88th loss of the year as the Braves win it 5-2.